Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Gobb here. Welcome to another video, and in this one I'm going to be answering this question that I get a lot from guitarists who are trying to grow online or guitarists who are trying to get started, and that is, do I need expensive gear to grow online and make it big as a guitarist, to get sponsors, paid opportunities, gigs, etc, etc? And honestly, the answer to that question is it's not that simple. Yes/no, it's just not that simple, guys. And this is what I made this video for, and because I get asked this a lot, I thought I'd just make a video explaining about it. And this is from someone who's gained, right now, as of right now, just over, it's funny because it was just under, but now it's just over 1 million followers across all platforms combined. I've got literally right here, shout out to Zive Audio, I've got sponsorships, sponsor guitar over there, more sponsorships, etc, etc. They've been flown out to places, etc, etc. So from someone who's made it big online as a guitarist, here's my 2 cents, I guess you could say, on do you need expensive gear. Now, just to show you what you can do with actually no gear at all. When I first started posting guitar videos, it was in like 2022, then like 2023, that's when it took off. I had my phone, my guitar, and my amp that I've had for like 7 years. I had my guitar for like 8 years. And that was it. Oh yeah, and I sometimes record YouTube videos on my 2020 laptop with iMovie. I didn't even know about editing suites back then. I mean, to be fair, nowadays I literally use CapCut and it's free, but anyways. And I use the setup like that. So no recording gear at all, just literally normal stuff. And the lights I would use is the lights in this room. I would wait until it was night, until, it was dark outside so I could record with just the lights. So I had this bare bones setup, and yet my first ever YouTube video got 4 million views. And I mean, that just goes to show that not only do you not need expensive gear, but you don't actually need any gear, any recording gear at all. But really, because this is why I made this video, is because when you ask this question, it's not that simple, and there's actually layers to this question. And once you understand it, you're just gonna blow up online. So not only did I not need any gear to make it big as a guitarist, but actually, what I realized is that you don't need a setup. And this is the key bit that you guys need to understand. So forget about this is the layers to it. Forget about which gear do I use? Then you figure about, do I need gear? Then you go to, do I need a setup? This is the part I'm trying to get you guys at. Because truthfully, I think one of the biggest reasons why I just made it big so quickly, because if you don't know me, look at my last video. I went from 200 followers to 100,000 in the space of 6 weeks, 5 weeks. Yeah. And yeah, my first ever YouTube video blew the hell up. So from someone who's done it, you have to just find your setup. And that's, I say it as if it's that simple, but truthfully, this is what I go over in my coaching. You need to find your authority setup. If you've watched my videos before, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, forget about the gear. What is more important, and what's actually going to get you to blow the hell up online as a guitarist and get you sponsored ASAP, is you need to find your authority setup. Now, what does that mean? I'll show you what that means. And this is also where the caveats of having good gear comes in. Because I'm recording this nowadays, I'm a bit years past to when I started. That was the most obvious thing I've ever said. Dude, I'm using a wireless mic. I've got my soft boxes here. I've got another soft box there. I'm recording this on a lovely this camera. I got it at the CX shop, secondhand, like less than £250. And I use this ring light from time to time. And I've got these blackout curtains. So since then, I've invested quite a bit of money into some new gear. And luckily, I've been sent a lot of it for free. Shout out to the sponsors. If you're trying to learn more about that and you want me to walk you through it, first link in the description. But what I'm trying to say is that the best thing to do is to start with no gear. Start with no gear at all. And eventually, you build your way up to finding your authority setup. What does this look like? I'll give you an example. So, when I first started TikTok, that's literally what I did. I started with no gear. Well, actually, I started with an idea. I would just sit here at my desk, this exact desk, and I would sit with my guitar, and I had a single desk lamp. That was it. That was literally it. I didn't have any LEDs. I didn't have any... what else would I use? I don't know. It was literally my phone propped up against like probably this speaker or like a cup, my mug or something, and it's recorded like that. And then eventually, as time went by, and this is where having a lot of quantity helps, having a lot of volume helps. As time goes by, you keep on adding a variable to your setup. What do I mean? So as time went by, and luckily I went through this process incredibly quickly because I was posting like 3 times a day when I first started. You change a singular variable, an independent variable, we'll call it that, within your setup. So every couple of videos you change the angle, and then you stick to that for a bit, see if it's good. Then after that, you tweak the lighting. And what I mean by tweak, you don't like completely do a whole different thing. You don't like rewrite the scripts. You just slightly tweak the lighting. You keep on adjusting these variables, and you analyze the feedback you're getting from your videos. Now, I'll explain what this meant. So when I first started, I just had this basic setup with like my desk lamp. Eventually, I switched out for like my normal light, like my ceiling light, because I was getting a slightly more bit of views and it just looked a bit cleaner. Eventually, I added in like a bit of like light from my laptop. I'll put like the laptop at full brightness. And eventually, I started recording with my phone, like basically sideways. So then the video was like sideways like this. I basically recorded like this, right, for a few videos. And then that went pretty well. But then one day, I kept all of the variables the same, but then I recorded like this, but then cropped it in a different way. And then that video got 500,000 views in like a few days. And that was my first ever viral video. And ever since then, yeah, I just been blowing up. I've been gaining thousands of followers, not every single week because I basically did take some breaks in between them. But in times when I've just been posting, yeah, just been gaining like thousands of followers, sometimes a day, most times a week. And all of that was from finding my own authority setup. And why I mean find your own is because this thing is, as cliche as it sounds, is unique to you and your style. Is unique to you and your style. And once you find it, it's just like, it's just OP. Now, this video has been so unstructured, but I forgot why I was making this video for a second then. But now, where the gear comes in, now, if you've been posting, once you get to a point where you've been posting for a while, you know your strengths, you know like this angle looks good, this lighting looks good, better lighting looks good on your video, darker lighting looks good on your video, then you can add in LEDs, then you can add in ring lights if you're not using it already, then you can add in the random more expensive gear. That is what's going to supercharge your growth. Now, this doesn't mean more expensive is better. This doesn't mean more quality is better. Because, you know, as I showed you earlier, when I was recording with my iPhone 12 and my iMovie like editing, that was my most viral vid ever. And actually since then I've recorded a few YouTube videos, guitar YouTube videos with this camera, and they haven't even got 4 million views. So what this shows us is that, okay, so it's not necessarily the production quality that makes a video bang. Maybe it's actually the video itself. Who would have thought? And this is the exact just thought process I went through. And I think some of you guys who made it big online will realize as well, is that, guys, stop worrying about the gear you're using and just post bangers. And what I mean by post bangers is you post like stuff people are really gonna flippin' vibe with. And then once you've got that down, then you can start thinking about, okay, do I need to invest in some soft boxes? Do I need to invest in some LED lights? Then that's going to be like the little cherry on top. This is the point of the video that I was trying to get to, which I probably didn't explain too well. I'm still working on the speaking and the YouTube video, guys, but this is what I wanted to get to, is that actually when you ask yourself, oh, but what gear do I need to use? How can I use this? What gear should I, or like, do I need better gear? No, you don't need better gear. That can come later. What you need to do is post some more damn videos. And I'm not even trying to make this into like a motivational kind of post. But honestly, this is what I mean by it's not that simple. Because what you ask, right, you ask me, or what most guitarists ask me, how do I get, how can I get more engagement with like better gear, or what gear do I need to use to get better engagement? It's not that simple. It doesn't work like that. What you should be asking is, how can I make my videos more engaging? However, what you think more engaging means you need to have all these colorful ceilings and stuff. No, it's not the physical things, guys. It's like, what makes a video engaging isn't necessarily the physical things. That can be the cherry on top. I'm not saying they're useless. However, what makes a video engaging is you make a banger song. Or you do like banger playing. It really is your performance. It really is the song you're doing. It really is none of these physical things. It's nothing these physical things. No one, guys, no one saves a video out of the probably, oh, this is an estimate, 10 million or so. Yeah, 1 in 20, 1 in 25 or so, yeah. No, yeah, okay, whatever. Somewhere in the 10 million of saves I've gotten from TikTok, let's use TikTok as an example, none of them have saved them just because they've been like, I really like this guy's LEDs. I really like this guy's lighting. No. Not one of them. However, I think about 10 million of them would have saved them because this sounds so sick. This sounds awesome. And then maybe it was my LEDs and lighting that I've basically perfected over the years that's enhanced the delivery. It's just enhanced the delivery. And that's all that setup is. That's all that gear, expensive gear, cheap gear, setup is just to enhance your delivery. So guys, if you have not got the ball rolling and you're not even posting yet, why are you thinking about getting better gear? It's literally like me, like asking, oh dude, who's famous online nowadays? All right, it's like me asking Steve Vai, right? Oh dude, like what's the best pick? Or what's the best like guitar cab or amp cab, or like what's the best pedals? when like I haven't even been playing guitar for like 3 years. He's gonna tell me like, dude, just put in the reps. It's like me asking the bodybuilder, like Ronnie Coleman, prime Ronnie Coleman, like, oh dude, what trainers do you use, man? I need those to get as big as you. He's gonna be like, nah, what the heck are you talking about? I think you guys get the point I'm trying to make. It's not about the gear you use. The algorithm doesn't care for how epic your LEDs look, and the algorithm doesn't care for how epic my LEDs look, how epic my lighting is. There's been times where I've put in so much time and effort doing all this stupid stuff, from lining up the ring light like this, making it like lower and higher, or I'm recording with a camera like this, doing it all in this crazy ways. Spent so much time doing that, and the video, it didn't even get like, okay, well, right, this is how like my standards might be different to yours, but like, oh gosh, if you're just starting out, you might not be able to relate to this right now, but once you get the ball rolling, you know what I mean. If the video doesn't get like 10,000 views within the first 24 hours, I feel like physical pain. And that's what's happened sometimes when I've just been messing around so much with the lighting, so much with all of these like BS things, all of this setup things, which is BS, which is hopefully the message you're getting at by the end of this video. I spent so much time messing around with these things that when I didn't even realize that, like, hold on, the song that I'm playing in this video, no one even cares about it. What's the point? What am I even doing? No one even cares about this video. So now I've posted it up and it's got like 5,000 views in like 2 days. At that point, I just end up taking it down because like I just think I personally just see that as like so painful. Like yeah. It's just how my standards have been nowadays, obviously. But once you get the ball rolling, you know, you guys will know exactly what I mean. I think that's it, actually. So guys, I'm just going to recap everything. I'm just going to recap everything in this video. You guys, 99... No, not even 99. 999 out of the 1,000 guys that... Oh, if I could get 1,000 views on my second ever talking video, that'd be sick. But 999 of the 1,000 guys that may watch this, that are wondering about what better gear do I need, you don't have a gear problem. It's not a gear problem. It's not that simple on why you haven't got a sponsor yet, on why you've been playing guitar for and posting guitar online. You've been playing guitar for like at least 5 years. You've been posting online for like 2 years consistently as well. You put a lot of time into it, yet you haven't got a single sponsor. Why? It's not because of your gear, it's because you're just posting videos that no one really wants to see. I don't know how else to put it without being like it probably sounds blunt, but it's true. And you worrying about gear is nothing but, it's basically your mind. It's basically how desire works. And it's, to be honest, it probably doesn't help when you get all these influencers, and I might be a victim to this, to be honest. You get all these influencers showing you all of this gear, buy my lights, buy my gear, use this setup. So then your brain instantly goes to that surface level desire and tries to seek out this shortcut route to the success that you want and that you do deserve. Because, dude, I'm not to get too philosophical, but this success and abundance of views, followers, whatever it may be, it's not only like out there to get, but it's actually a birthright. Like it is your birthright to get the success. But especially as a guitarist online. But guys, don't fret about the setup. Just don't. That can come later. Obviously, I'm not saying it's useless. It is a big thing. It's probably one of, like, my delivery on how I record my stuff is a big thing. Obviously, with these, it's in this attention economy. Hopefully this has been focusing. In this attention economy, what's the word? Presentation. Presentation is a huge factor. However, what's more important than presentation is how you can make your viewer feel. How you can make your listener feel the emotions and like feel the emotions of your guitar. That's what's gonna get you a save, or thousands of saves, millions of saves, and get you like a sponsor every month and like gigs whenever you want. That's what's gonna make it work. The algorithm, if I'm going to leave you with one thing, the algorithm doesn't care about your lights or your pedals. Oh yeah, I've never used a pedal in my life. Well, no, that's a lie, I have. But the last time I used a pedal was in like 2021. I've never used a pedal in any single one of my videos, so you guys can stop asking me that. I do have this lovely multi-effects pedal here, of which I've never used. So that's that. Yeah, guys, don't fret about the setup. The algorithm doesn't care for your pedals. The algorithm doesn't care for your lights. The algorithm doesn't, to an extent, care about, this can sound harsh, but the algorithm doesn't care about you and what you think and how much effort you put into your videos. The algorithm simply gives back to you what you give out. If you give the algorithm a boring video that no one cares about, then the algorithm's going to give you lackluster engagement and just poverty. Like, to put it bluntly, the algorithm's going to give you low engagement. It's as simple as that. And what I'm trying to get you guys to understand with these videos I'm making is that the algorithm is no respecter of persons. I'm not saying you have to be religious. I'm not a particularly religious person. But if you know the Bible, look up Acts 10:28. Of a truth that I perceive, that God is no respecter of persons. If you put that into newer translations, it will say that God does not display favoritism. Algorithm does not display favoritism. The universe does not display favoritism. Not to get too philosophical, but once you can use that principle, apply it to your guitar videos, and understand that no one cares for your fancy lights or pedals. They care about how your video is going to make them feel. Then that's gonna make your, well, it's gonna make your account blow up first of all, and then you can get sponsored. Finally, you can get I don't know, trips to places. You can get flown out to New York City. It's possible. Your boy's done it. So yeah, that's that. I think I've been talking for far too long. If anyone is watched by the end of this video, like if you're a guitarist and you're really trying to blow up online and get all of the things I just pointed out in the video, like the sponsors, trying to get sponsored, trying to get opportunities flown out to places, etc., etc., click that first link in the description and I'll show you exactly how I did it, and also how I helped my client Pete go from, dude, the guy started in like January of this year, and in February, in 1 month, he hit 10,000 followers. He went from 97 to 10,000 followers, and now he's at like literally 40,000 followers. And he started this year. And if you don't believe me, like, it actually it's crazy for me to say because I can't even believe it sometimes. But first thing in the description, you can find it all there, photos of it there, if you don't believe me. Oh, it just blows my mind. I'm so proud of the guy. But anyways, if you came this far into the video, like, congrats, you got a better attention span than me. But let me know what you guys are struggling with, and I'll make a video on that. Peace out.